Welcome back, y'all, to Life's Better with T. I'm T, as y'all already know. So, today I am going to be talking about marriage is not for the weak, which we all know is not for the weak, you guys. So, let's get into it. With my husband being gone, it is a lot for me with being married because I have to deal with him being gone on top of picking up not just my part of what we normally do on our normal schedule, but also his part of it as well. So it is very hard. It's a lot to deal with. And again, it's not for the weak. So with that being said, a lot of marriages do have their ups and downs with problems, and they go through a lot of stuff. One thing for sure that I have learned is to always keep your problems with you and your marriage to yourself between you two, because that is the best thing you can do. Do not discuss your problems with outside people. Outside people means family, close friends, whoever is out there that is listening. I mean, if it's really that deep, get a therapist, please. I'm telling you, I have a therapist. My therapist is actually my aunt, but she is my therapist. So get you a therapist if you really need somebody to just listen and give you honest feedback, because when it all comes down to it, your family is not going to forgive like you will. So once you forgive, they ain't gonna forget. And it's gonna keep being bought up and bought up and bought up, no matter how many times you done forgave your husband or your wife, your spouse, whatever, for whatever reason it was. They ain't gonna forget, and they gonna keep bringing it up and coming at you with all the nonsense. So that is one thing for sure. Number two, do not, do not be sitting around here taking no advice from somebody that has not been married or that ain't never been married. Let me tell y'all, because they cannot give you any type of advice or anything or experience on what it is that you need to be doing if they haven't been through it themselves. So what advice can they really give you other than what they really thinking? And you don't know if it's some real true information because they ain't never been married, like I'm saying. So again, and another thing, never really say what you won't do in the marriage unless you've been through it. Because once it happened to you, then you will actually know for sure if that's something that you can go through. For instance, don't say, oh, if my man cheat on me, I'm going to leave his ass, whatever, whatever, whatever. Because when it comes down to it, baby, when he actually cheat on you, are you really going to leave? Or are you going to stay and be strong and fight for it? Because you really never know until it happened to you. So you can say whatever you want about, oh, I will never know. But my thing is, hey, I'm sorry that happened to you, baby, but if it happened to me, I don't know what I would do because it didn't happen to me yet. But once it do, then I would know exactly what I need to do. Like, because you know how strong you is and you know what you can handle and what you can take. And on top of that, you know when you hit your breaking point. So that is all I'm going to say on that subject. If y'all want more information about whatever I'm talking about, just let me know in the comments. Number three, this is something that I myself deal with. When I first got married, I saw my marriage as a beautiful, nice wedding. My family and my husband's family getting along so well, like having this beautiful family, and everything is just so happy, like in the movies. Like, who wouldn't want that fairy tale wedding from the movies or that fairy tale marriage? It just seems so beautiful and so real that that's what you want. So, me, I definitely give my husband a hard time because I want that. Or if you see how somebody else marriage is going and see how happy they are and whatever the case is, you like, oh, do not compare. Comparing, I had to learn this the hard way. Do not compare your marriage to somebody else's marriage, because whatever happens behind closed doors, you don't really know. That's just all to it. Like, you really don't know. And then another thing, when I first met my husband, whatever, and I'm saying, hey, I love you. To me, love, at first I couldn't even tell you why I love my husband, other than he give me butterflies or he looks so good. But in reality, like, is that really why you love him? Because he looked good? What if something was to happen to him and he don't look good anymore to you? Are you going to just not love him anymore? No, I would still love my husband because of the person that he is. So today, for me, love is a feeling. It's a feeling to me. Like, I can't even describe how much I love my husband. I love my husband because he supports me in every and anything that I do. Like, he's my number one supporter. He will support me down to the T. He really will. And it's another thing is, like, I'm very committed to him. And we go through like a bunch of different struggles and everything, but at the end of the day, that is between me and him. It's not between anyone else, because when we got married to each other. We didn't get married to each other family or anything else like that. Like, it was just me and him. So then another thing that I had to worry about is it's not all about me. It's about me and him. So I do take a lot of stuff in and I say, well, hey, this happened to me. Not even thinking about him as a person. That's another thing that I had to learn is you have to not just focus on yourself. You have to focus on the other person as well, because what makes him happy? If you really sit and ask yourself, what makes my spouse happy? Do you really know what makes your spouse happy? Or are you just only focusing on yourself? What do your spouse like to do? Do you pay attention to the little things that he likes to know what he really like? I mean, do you? Think about it for a minute. All right, so I hope y'all had a moment to think about that. So another thing is, um, I am speaking on my experiences, and not only just my experience, but the way that I think about how things are supposed to be. And if you are not married, I only been married for 6 years, so I only can tell you enough of what I've been through with me and my husband. I know there's people who been married more than me, who has more experience and who can tell you more. To be honest, I think the best advice will come from like a grandma or someone who's been married for years and years, that or somebody that you look up to that's been married for so long, that can give you so much advice on marriage and what they've been through. That would definitely help you out and help you understand, because no marriage is perfect. There's marriages that, every day is not a sunshine. There can be a thunderstorm that don't whoop through your house. Rain, thunderstorms, tornadoes, whatever. Like, you're going to have those days. But at the same time, you got to be strong enough to know that you want to fight for your marriage and stay strong and be there for one another and support each other and love on each other. And, it's just going to be so much. Like, when I tell you, I have experienced a lot being married. I mean, I experienced a lot. There's going to be people that's going to try to come into your life to ruin things. They're going to try to ruin your marriage because they see that you're so happy. And a lot of it is because some people are jealous and they want what you have. But guess what? If y'all strong, y'all solid strong, nobody can break that bond. Nobody can. Nobody can but you or your spouse. And I have learned, me personally, I'm a nagger. I like to nag, and my husband to tell you, I like to nag, and I like to say, well, such and such going through this, or maybe you doing it too. Like, don't do stuff like that. Comparing is the worst thing that you can do in a marriage, is compare your husband or your wife, your spouse, whoever, to someone else, because that is not okay. And that can definitely hurt someone to know that they're being compared to somebody else. And then it's going to make them think that maybe you don't want to be with them because you comparing them to somebody else, that you like this person a little more. It just start making you think about all kinds of stuff, which is not okay and it's not healthy. A very healthy relationship to me is communication, one. And not only just communicating, but also understanding, like listening to understand what your partner is asking you and asking of you, and like telling you. Like, sometimes you have to listen before you respond. My auntie taught me that, y'all. So make sure you listen before you respond. Like, sometimes don't just be so quick to just respond or jump straight to how you feeling because you upset at the time, but just listen and think about what they're saying. And then you will so much clearly understand everything that you really need to know. And again, marriage is really not for the weak. So if you weak, baby, please just don't get married, because you're wasting your time and you're wasting their time. And another thing, that piece of advice I can give you all today is, a perfect marriage is two people who refuse to give up on each other no matter what. So if you are strong, stay strong. But if you are weak, just let me tell you, you need a lot of working on yourself as a person before you decide that you want to bring another person into your life for the rest of your life, to stay married to them and build a happy relationship and understand this person and, love on this person. And just know that whatever you're going through, it's not all about you, because now you have a whole spouse to worry about as well. So you guys are one now. You're not two, and you guys are fighting against each other. You guys got to come and find some type of happy medium together and make things work out, because that's what marriage is all about. To me, it is, okay? So I'm just giving you guys my advice on what I think. Some people may have other opinions. That's their opinions. But this is my opinion. This is my advice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am excited. I love talking. I cannot wait to talk about the next thing that I'll be talking about soon. So again, thank you guys so much for watching Life's Better with T and my experiences and what I go through and how I think. Love you guys. Stay tuned. Watch more. Bye.